Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope everything's okay in your life. In this video, I will be presenting an updated PvE tier list for you. Originally, I was planning to do this live on stream. However, due to the frequent internet disconnects, I wasn't able to go live. Instead of wasting that time, I decided to use it more efficiently offline and prepare this video for you. If you skip this opening part, you may not fully understand how this tier list was created and why it's one of the most consistent PvE tier lists in the Black Desert category. So I kindly ask you to spare a few minutes and listen to explanations at the beginning. The most important aspect of creating this tier list is that it's based on multiple sources. I mean multiple players, not just one person's opinion. I won't go full detail here. If you're curious about that, I explain the process in my other tier list videos. You can watch them. The list you're seeing on the screen was originally created about a year ago by over 100 class masters. I sent them a survey and ask them to rate their own classes. This list is not fully up to date, that's true. However, I'm still in constant contact with these players. Even when certain classes receive changes, we discuss whether those changes actually have a significant impact or not. To be honest, in the last year, maybe around 10 classes maximum have received noticeable changes. The rest have remained almost completely the same. When preparing this tier list, we focused mainly on endgame performance. For early and mid-game, I'll give you few class recommendations separately. The reason for this is simple. In Black Desert, the early and mid-game process is very fast, and within a few months you can reach endgame quite easily. To help you learn the game faster and enjoy that process more, I recommend choosing the classes you currently on the screen. These are what we usually call newbie-friendly classes, ideal for new or returnee players. Not gonna lie, let's just keep it between us. My personal favorite for early game is Succession Magu, and also for mid game. Of course, the other classes can also be very enjoyable and efficient in early and mid game. One thing we deliberately did not take into account while evaluating classes is difficulty. Difficulty is a very subjective concept. What feels hard for one player can feel easy for another. Instead, we focused on how each class performs in endgame spots and nearby AP brackets and rated them based on that. There are many factors involved here, but as I said, I won't go into those details in this video. Another very overlooked factor is having a stable internet connection. Unfortunately, Black Desert is much more efficient game when played with a healthy and stable connection. We have always known this for PvP, but in the recent years, our tests show that with lower ping and better stability, the game becomes noticeably more efficient even in PvE. In some cases, you can see a 5 to 10% increases in your hourly income. Thankfully, there's a solution for this. And I'm not exaggerating, 10,000s of BDR players are currently using it. Everything you've heard about Exitlag is true, and before we dive into the tier list itself, I kindly ask you to listen to the short introduction of Exitlag, which is the sponsor of this channel. I'll see you in the tier list section.
Exitlag is a fantastic program that has helped me get ahead in almost every game I've played for years. Exitlag is not only for games but also can be used with many other applications that require an online connection. Exitlag is more than just an optimization tool, it is the ultimate solution for enhancing your gaming experience. It addresses several related issues and offers dedicated routes to ensure smooth and lag-free gameplay. The developers have been working on the program for years and they have now turned it into an AI-supported system. This system identifies the best routes for data packets in real time, optimizing the connection across over 2,000 games server worldwide. Routes data packs through up to 4 different paths simultaneously, ensuring faster, more secure, and fail-proof delivery. With over 1,000 servers across 5 continents and 18 million weekly optimization, Exitlag guarantees superior game performance regardless of user location. Click on the Exitlag link in the description section to enter the website. Create an account for yourself, then download the program using the download link on the website. The installation process will be very quick and simple. Once installation is complete, run the program and give it some time to optimize your connection. It's extremely easy to use. You select the game you're playing from here. On this page, you can choose a server if you wish, or you can leave it as the best server selected by the AI itself. I will briefly show you a difference right away with an example. The visuals on the screen display the response time while performing item repairs in video. In this situation, without Exitlag, I get around 100 ping. While using Exitlag, this value drops to about 40 to 50. As a result, I perform every action in the game with less latency. You will have a clear advantage in both PvE and PvP. With your new account, you can try a 3-day trial version. Please do not hesitate to use it. I have enabled nearly 400 players in BDO to use Exitlag. I have heard everyone say something like there's a difference like day and night regarding its effectiveness before and after using the program. The trial version does not require any information from you. Sign up and try. That's all. If you're satisfied, you can check the packages on the website. Finally, I recommend checking out the multiplayer packages as well. You can start with Exitlag with duo or squad packages. You can see the details on the screen that you can use the program with your friends. This way, you will enhance enhance your friend's gaming experience too. For details, click the link provided in the description and do not hesitate to explore Exitlag. You can be sure that your online game performance will reach highest level.
Okay, thanks for watching until this point, and let's talk about the tier list and tier list details. As you can see on the screen, you can see S plus tier. S plus means like 9.5 to 10, like by far the best, superior, over perfect, like, I don't know, it's just like unbeatable classes in PvE. We have few classes like that, and we'll talk about them. By the way, we'll talk about each classes, like why they good, why they bad, do they need buff, are they good overall. We will talk about the details. S tier means they're very good, very, very good, very worth of your time, like just behind the S plus tier classes. S plus means superior, but S tier means that they're not unplayable. They're also playable. They're also getting top tier trash loot in many of the spots, but some certain points they may underperform compared to S plus classes, maybe a little bit. Because of them, we call them S tier. A tier classes are good tiers, means they're average. They're still playable. If you like them, you can play. But when we just go in B, average and lower, and C tier, D tier, like they are not that much efficient in BDO. Of course, you can play them if you want, but if you're looking for efficiency, you should stay away from them. You already saw this, you already saw this one in your screen, isn't it? Okay. We will use this one. You already saw this one, no problem. We will use this as main source, but this is not updated, okay? Don't take screenshot, don't share it in different platform. At the end of the video, we will see the total tier list together between you and me. Let's go. We are starting with the Berserker Awakening. Berserker Awakening, I'll put it in B tier. It's because Berserker Awakening didn't get decent changes. He used to be okay-ish class, average class, even with high APM. By the way, it's kind of hard to play for PvE, high APM class. But with some other buffs, with some changes, it becomes like kind of dual and not okay class. So it's like B tier. Another class is Berserker Succession. I'm putting Berserker Succession to A tier. For some certain spots that when you need mobility, we can call him like S tier maybe, but he's still A tier. Like he still needs some changes because of skill kit. He cannot perform amazing like S tier or S plus classes. Awakening Ranger is in the same category, is average class, but high APM class. It's because of that, like with high APM and some certain problems, kind of low, smaller AoE, people prefer to not play Ranger Awakening, and I can understand. Ranger Succession, I'm putting in a B tier or C or D tier. Stay away from Ranger Succession for PvE. I'm deeply sorry to say that, but class skill kit is not, okay for to play class in, this game, sorry. Sorcerer's Awakening is, I will call it S tier. It's because Sorcerer's Awakening is a good PvE class. But if you would have like amazing mobility, she would be S+, but because she has a good damage. But she's not like top level of S. Like I will give 8 out of 10 to that class. Like if you can just ask to the other players, also you can ask other sword players, they will call you that PvE damage is okay, but you're being limited by your mobility. In both Sorcerer's form, we will see that. So if I would say that Succession Sorcerers is 8.5, the Awakening is 8, or similar to each other. They are being limited because of mobility. By the way, mobility doesn't mean that non-stop iframe dashing around. Mobility is just like flashy from pack to pack. At Tungvat Ruins, you would have problem. At DSR, you're not that much fast. Especially, for example, at Golden Peak Cave, you would have problem. At Zephyros, you would have problem with these classes. You would lose time, and every pack, if you lose 1 or 2 seconds, after 1 hour, it affects your overall performance. But they have amazing PvE damage, very good, very balanced, and they have no problem with PvE. You can just play them if you like them. They're like S or A, depends the player, but they're like min level or low level of S. By the way, we will see lots of S tier classes in this tier list because game got lots of capped spots. Because of that, class performances are, similar to each other, and PA and adding proper damage increases, and those proper damage increases in the classes with a few changes, they're performing close to each other. And we will see probably 2 lines of S tier classes in this one. Let's go. Tamer Awakening, average. Tamer Succession, average. They have decent amount of, Succession and Awakening has single target DPS. The DPS, for only DPS, I would just put them like an S tier, but DPS is not the only thing that we are looking for. AoE, cooldown, there are lots of things, consistency in your combo. Because of that, losing some points, and we are putting them in A tier. Valkyrie Awakening, I'm deeply sorry, but Valkyrie Awakening skill kit has lots of problems, and yeah, maybe average, or above average DPS, single target DPS, but I'm just putting it a B tier. This class needs some kind of buff. Not only damage buff, because her skill kit requires some changes, like maybe a few more skills that you can use in Valkyrie Awakening skill kit, because you are having cooldown issues. Valkyrie Succession, I mean, this was one of the worst class in PvE, but after the changes, she started to perform like average. Even better than Awakening, like after some changes. Like, you can just put it in here and here, but like after I just talked with some Valkyrie Succession players, and that they show me that DPS just increased pretty nice. And with some mobility buffs and other things, class performance started to like stay around average. I'm deeply sorry for Awakening Valkyrie. It's definitely not worth for your time to that high APM class. Just don't touch it for, PvE. Sorry. Warrior Awakening is average class. It's because they just buffed Warrior Awakening significantly, and Warrior Awakening performed like S to S plus, and then just take it back. And class was B tier and suddenly become S to S plus. And then what they did, they said that no, Warrior Awakening cannot be good class. We have to just take it back. And it just went to B tier again. And they buffed one of the skill in the skill kit. Might be Shift Q, I can't remember. And that, faster animation, better DPS thing, just one skill just made increase this skill. I mean, classes from B tier to A tier. They have to increase the skills DPS to Seraph level, because there's some kind of sibling classes. Because of that, Warrior Awakening is here. There you go, Warrior Succession. That class is like S tier for like 5 years, maybe. I don't know. From release and until this point, Warrior Succession is always S tier. People don't want to play it. I don't know why, but you can just, watch Rodon. Rodon is just showing us how class is performing in PvE. It's definitely S tier class. If you want to play Warrior Succession, when you understand it, when you reach the maximum potential, it just gives you S tier results. Witch Awakening, S tier, very easy class, very newbie friendly. You can play this class if you want. It's S tier. Witch Succession is our superior queen of PvE, 10 out of 10 class for PvE. High APM, attention required class, but who cares, 10 out of 10. When you learn on how to play the class, every spot, it just obeys you. That there is no more than that, isn't it? Wizard Awakening as Wizard Succession, as both classes are pretty good. Wizard Succession might require a little bit higher APM compared to Awakening Wizard. People asking me which Awakening and a Wizard Awakening, which one we should choose. They both play around same. I would go for like Witch, because Witch has minus 10 or minus 30 AP debuff if I'm not wrong, and also additional DP buffs and other things, front cards. Because of that, this class performs maybe slightly less DPS than Wizard Awakening, maybe 5% or 3%. It's not important. It is not making huge difference. You can non-stop, spam your skills with the Witch Awakening, and it makes this class is very strong in PvE and also very easy. Musa Awakening is top level of STR, 9 out of 10 class. If you know how to play the class, I can say that overall class is easy, but to reach 9 out of 10 it just requires some mastery. And when you reach that mastery level on this class, it's definitely 9 out of 10 class, solid STR class, solid. Like, it's amazing class. And also for PP, it's also good. Doing its things is good. Musa Succession, I have to put that class in A tier. It's because this class, very, very high APM. Also, the other problem is AoE. Yes, you non-stop spam skills, bam, 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 bam. But the problem is just like AoE, like, yeah, single target DPS saves you, but what you're going to do with that low AoE, small AoE? Because of that, it's A tier, even if it did, high DPS. My Awakening, I'm sorry, my friends. My Awakening got amazing changes. My Awakening skill gets perfectly balanced right now. Sits on 7 seconds. I really like. I tested her a lot, like a few months ago. And My Awakening, I have to say that just give 20% DPS to every skills in the skill kit. Same for My Succession. These two classes just give 20% to the every skill. I'm not sure about My Succession, but Awakening is just 20% PV buff to every skill. Class will suddenly become S, maybe S+. I don't think it can be S+, but directly S. You know why? It's because class skills sit on 7 seconds. Your skill just, skills always be ready when you just, do the infinite combo. Just need DPS. Give this class DPS and she'll be fine. Ninja Awakening, like with very high APM, is just maybe average class, B or A. It totally depends to you. It depends to players, but nothing more than 8 tier average, performance. So it's not worth for your time. I don't know where to just put this class, like very, very high APM. Like maybe you can reach average results, but okay, let's just keep this one here. Ninja Succession, another superior class right behind Witch Succession. Enjoy your high APM and, you know, nice and satisfactory rewards. Nothing to say about the class, you know, high APM, but you're getting the reward, isn't it? Superior class. Kunoichi Awakening. Kunoichi Awakening is one of the class that got some kind of good results after some damage formula changes. PDO changed the damage formula and back attack in PvE, and also the pet damage is now benefit from your own stats, and this class has pretty good high pet damage with that spin skill and some skills. And because of that, she suddenly performed better because you can apply good back attack burst damage, and your spin damage comes from your own damage. Thanks to those changes, Kunoichi Awakening now is S tier. You can try it for yourself. It's 8 out of 10, very good, or 8.5 out of 10 is very good class. Kunoichi Succession is also S, amazing single target DPS, but AoE is a problem. And I will just say that high APM, attention required, it's assassin class, isn't it? And I can say that Kunoichi Succession, if you like the class, at single target DPS spots, you will reach maybe S plus results. Very good DPS, but because of AoE, it's just S tier. I would say Succession Kunoichi 8.5, Awakening Kunoichi 8. Okay. Dark Knight Awakening, like, I'm deeply sorry about that, but Dark Knight Awakening got huge nerfs. That class was S to S plus like few months ago, but PA just nerfed class heavily and then buffed some other classes. She suddenly started to perform like an average, so this class needs some kind of buff. Dark Knight Succession, enjoy your another superior class. Dark Knight Succession is right after these classes. Maybe can, you know, compete with Ninja Succession. Has amazing potential to back attack burst. You know, you can watch Lua. Lua is an amazing DK player, and he's showing the, you know, how class is performing. You can also ask him about DK. It's superior S plus tier class, and you can just play that class in PvE. Striker Awakening, yeah, like A tier, and Striker Succession is S tier. Striker Succession got pretty good damage buffs, pretty good combo changes, and other, you know, quality of life changes. Because of the AoE problem, Striker Succession can't, you know, compete with S plus classes, but I can say that this class is not weak anymore. This class is S tier, and you can just ask it to Ask Mag about this class on Twitch, on YouTube, you can find him. And Striker Awakening is A tier because of limitations in a skill kit, and yeah, just average class, not that. Awakening Mystic, the superior class in the game right now, is for PvP, PvE, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I don't know where to put, like, it's just this class is superior. Nothing to say about that. It's just like, play Mystic Awakening, very easy class, very tanky class, very good DPS, average AoE. I don't know. Mystic Succession has higher DPS than Mystic Awakening, but I cannot put the Mystic Succession is higher than Mystic Awakening because of the inconsistency in the skill kit. The shard system is making this class is not like Mystic Awakening, and also her AoE is kind of smaller than this one. Because of that, Mystic Succession, like even the DPS is higher than Awakening, they're in the same category. If you ask me, I would play Mystic Awakening. Like, this class only has single target burst damage. That's all. Lan Awakening, I just put Lan Awakening as an A tier. It's because also Lan Succession. Lan Awakening has amazing skill kit. Amazing. With the changes and the recent changes in last year, Lan Awakening skill kits also sit on 7 second like Magua Awakening class, and Lan Awakening is performing very, very stable on PvE. That's the only thing in this class is damage. And also Lan Succession, she used to be superior, she used to be S plus in the game, but PA didn't touch class for a long time, 2-3 years in a row, and she just suddenly fall behind of the other buffed and, you know, kind of revert classes. She's average, okay, very easy class, but I would love to just see some kind of buff to at least S tier for Lan Awakening too. I don't know. Archer is some kind of, I don't know where to put this class because it is very hard to find, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know what to say. Like, here, let me know what you think about Archer in the comment section. If you play Archer, if you're watching this, please be honest, and where would you put Archer? Like, being S tier is too much for this one, and being A tier is just too low for this class. I would put in the middle of, but I will just probably put Archer in this A tier because of skill kit, because of, you know, the changed skill kit overall. I don't know what to say about that. Class got buffed and then nerfed, buffed, nerfed, buffed, nerfed. It was just like a baby toy. I don't know. Shy, like, Shy is exceptional class. We need another tier here, like exceptional classes. For endgame, I would just put Shy to B tier or CD tier. It's because this class is only good for party spots, party contents, and maybe for Dark Seeker Street average results. Because of that, I'm putting Shy here C and D tier for endgame grinding. I don't know how they will fix this class. This class has amazing impact on party contents, but I don't know. By herself, I don't know. Guardian Awakening, Milady, the Mummy, the Legend, the Queen of Mummies and everything. Guardian Awakening got amazing and significant buffs, and she's very easy. Maybe the easiest class in the game. Just chunks everything. Don't care about being tankiness, being other things. In the middle of the Zephyros, for example, in the middle of 50 mobs trying to hit me, and I just, put that Jordan in the middle of the ground and I just shift Q, bam, my HP from 2k to 12k in 1 second. Nobody cares. Guardian Awakening is go-to. Just play this class. If you're looking for easy class, this class is just like Guardian Awakening, Witch Awakening, Wizard Awakening. You can do it by yourself. Guardian Succession is A tier. Is very like, I would love to say they perform same, but they're not performing same. Guardian Succession is right behind of the Guardian Awakening, okay? I would say 7.5 at max. So it's just average. Hashashin Awakening, I would say S, but some changes, after some changes, Hashashin Awakening is, I don't know, like, it's like, there is no Hashashin Awakening test in these days, but I played this class and I know the potential of this class. Because of that, I have to be a little bit, biased about that. Hashashin Awakening is S, but low level of S, 8 out of 10. Because class has infinite combo. By the way, Hashashin Awakening is very easy in PvE. Very, very easy. And Hashashin Awakening is S, but Hashashin Succession is, A tier. Because of skill kit, kind of lower DPS than compared to Hashashin Awakening. For some certain spots of Hashashin Awakening is also can be A, but I want to put the Hashashin Awakening is A, CS, sorry, because of the skill kit. When you play the class, you'll understand that why I'm calling it S tier is because skills are flowing very nice and you have good damage. His problem is like sustain, tanking, and some other thing. I don't know why, but Hashashin is giga fragile in PvE. And because of that, you may feel at some certain spots A tier, but overall I'm giving S. Because this class, when you master the class, you'll be able to do S tier results. Nova Awakening is S tier. Nova Awakening skill kit changed a lot, but in the current state in PvP and other things, maybe she may have problem, but she has no PvE problem. She used to be S plus for long time in anything in the game, every content in the game, but now she's S in PvE, 9 out of 10, solid class. If anyone says Nova Awakening is bad, probably he saying it's PvP bad, but for PvE, Nova Awakening is solid class. Nova Succession, average class after long time, playable, but still needs damage buff. Sage Awakening, I'm directly putting the god of or demigod of this game is S+. Do I have to say something? Go watch Diego, go watch Higa, Archive, go watch these people. A superior class in the game. PvP, PvE, I don't know what to say. Actual god in the game. Sage Succession, I will put this class A tier. It's because of, slow gameplay makes classes just a class is very chunk damage, bomb, but that bomb big damage is not coming with like Guardian. It's not feels like Guardian. I played both these classes last 6 months. They're not like, I would say Guardian is 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10, but this class 7.5 maybe. So it's not the S tier. Corsair Awakening, right on the B tier. Corsair Succession, right on the B tier. Like these classes, PA should do something, these classes. PA, please do something. These classes struggling a lot in PvE, PvP. Please buff these classes. Draconic Awakening, my love. Hello. Draconic Awakening, I'm just putting it in this, this spot. It's because Draconic Awakening is solid 9 out of 10. At some certain spots, she's best. For example, she can compete with Musa Awakening at Golden PK. Maybe she can be better. I didn't test her, but she has amazing mobility. She has amazing back attack burst potential. If you know how to play this class, which is you're lucky, you have by far the best class guide on YouTube because I'm Draconic Awakening main. You can watch my videos, especially the Infinite Combo video. I'm explaining everything about class. The most complicated class is in a simple mode. It takes 1 hour and 30 minutes to explain everything in depth, also in a simple way that everyone can understand it. Go watch it and you will understand when you try the class why we're calling it solid 9 out of 10. Her main problem is she has no down attack modifiers. She has, because of that, she is having some damage problems at some certain spots. And she has some kind of AoE problem. The burst damage mostly comes with, the Hexablood skill kit, which is small AoE, and because of that, we cannot put her as S+. I would love to put her in S+. I talked with other friends and we decided to put an S tier. 9 out of 10. Like I said, at some certain spots when you need mobility, she's S+. For Dark Circuit Street, she's S+. For Golden Peak Cave, she's S+. Maybe for Tungrat, but I don't think so. Because of AoE, you will have problem. When you need AoE, she's S+. At Zephyros, she's S+. But when you need AoE, like Tenebrum and other classes, other spots, it's being exhausting to play, it's, irritating to play. Skill kit is not being, okay. For Tungrat also. At those, because of that imbalanced situation, S+ means perfect, top tier, superior, but we have to put just, this class in here, right behind these classes. Draconic Succession. Draconic Succession is started to feel like S tier, but bottom level of S tier. Do I need to talk about the class? No. Go watch my videos, go watch the guides. You can just, find lots of video. Taigi is on my channel. Also, Maze, you can watch these people and you can understand why she is S. Lower level of S. Wusa Awakening, she's S, guys. Like Wusa Awakening got lots of buffs and she started to perform S tier. Yes, you heard right. If you want to try, she's good. And also very easy. Wusa Succession, I would love to just put her like in beat 8 here maybe, but what in God's name, from the release of the class, like on 3 years in a row, how many just class balance patches we got, but they didn't touch this class single time. Like maybe they should just touch it 3 times. Maybe she got like 1 times buff or something. Her DPS, like her skill kit is amazing. Everything is amazing. Like My Awakening, like Lana Awakening, but just give DPS to this class. That single target, small AoE skills, like give it 10-20%, and big AoE skills, shift Q, shift RMB, 30-40% damage, and she will be superior again. She will just become S again, but now she's A or B tier. I'm deeply sorry to say that. I know you like Wusa Succession. There are lots of players like Wusa Succession. I also like Wusa Succession. This is my second highest level character in my family. It's just like 65 to 50% something. But sorry, like unplayable. Mega Awakening, I will put her like S tier for endgame grind, but low level of S tier because she's amazing. Amazing DPS. That DPS can compete with which, ninja level with them. Easy back attacks and other things, but AoE is so low. So small AoE. AoE is just limiting this class. Because of that, we cannot put S+. That class got lots of debuffs in recent years. For some certain level, her DPS just increased a lot, even higher than them, and she just became S+, and then PA nerfed that DPS, and now she's performing S. And because of AoE, we cannot put her in S+. If PA would, add some kind of AoE to that class, bam, directly S+. Myoga Succession, for endgame overall, I will call her average. Why? It's because of lower DPS, big AoE. They're just putting some kind of balance on Myoga. Myoga Awakening, smaller AoE, better DPS. Myoga Succession, bigger AoE, lower DPS. That's the balance in between classes. But I can say that Myoga Succession, until you touch endgame stage, single target DPS check type of spots, Myoga Succession is go-to class for early and mid-game especially. Just play that class, enjoy your time, take your time at early game stage and season spots and, one-shot type spots, or at mid-game stage at Serendi Elvia, or at, at Giant, or at Hexa Sanctuary. She's superior, she's 10 out of 10 class, but overall in end game stage, she's just average class. She's performing, S tier at Tungrat Ruin because of her AoE, but nothing more than that. Scholar. Scholar is kind of hard to just find proper, players about it, and also proper, resources. I don't know. I will be biased about Scholar, and I will call her A tier. A to S, I'm in between them, but I don't know. You tell me, like, what you think about Scholar, guys. Scholar Ascension? I don't know. Let's just keep her like S, okay? Like low level of S, but when I check other classes and their performances, Scholar performance at S, no, my brain is not allowing me to just put her in there. I'll just put her here. Dose Awakening, that's her. Let's just put him here. For early game, it's very good. Mid game, very good. Big AoE skills, like you have infinite that big AoE skills, but that DPS is just lowered a lot and by PA, and now he's performing very bad. On release, he was broken. Dose Succession, same. Skill kit is perfect. Like Dose Awakening and Dose Succession, these classes perfect skill kit, perfection. Just give DPS to these classes, PA. You can do it. Just let's make these classes S, and people will love these classes, then they can play. Deadeye, like average class. People say Deadeye is unplayable way or something. No, that you can play Deadeye, but do not expect high results, okay? DPS just got huge nerf, especially that shifty nerf. The main damage skill got 60% damage nerf. Hello, PA, what did you do? Oh, no way. Wukong. Guys, Wukong is S tier for PvE, 8.5, 9 out of 10. Depends the spot. Good AoE, good DPS, definitely good, but for PvP, don't touch it. Seraph is expected class. Yes, there you go. Like, now Seraph is... After Robombs, we didn't get the Robombs, but this week we will get Robombs, isn't it? There you go. Your Seraph is S tier, guys. It's solid 8.5 to 9 out of 10 is S tier class with Robombs. Even now, she's performing good in almost every spot in the game except AoE required spots because of the red form. But maybe in future, people buff red form and she will become S plus with that red form buffs. But right now, because of still AoE problem, she is not performing S plus. But when you don't need AoE, we can call her S plus, like Drukani Awakening. She's some kind of mix of warrior, combat, Musa mobility, Drukani level of back attack burst. I don't know. It's like class is very good, very, very good. It's like on release, I can say that compared to Wukong release, 10 out of 10 class. But overall with other classes, I can say that Seraph is an S tier. Yeah, all right. That's all I can say that. Which classes you should stay away? I can say Berserker Awakening, Valkyrie Awakening, Mayawa Succession, Mayawa Awakening, Corsair, Both Form, Wusa Succession, Shai, and Ranger Succession. For PvE, stay away from these classes. Alright, stay away from them. If you want to play the A tier classes, and if you like to play them, play them. You will get, at cap spots, probably max cap, but overall, they will not performing like the other classes. If you want to play these classes, they're all performing very nice, and if you know how to play them, you can just, get pretty good results. Like I said, difficulty is not the, I don't know how to say. Difficulty is not the thing that we care about while we're preparing the tier lists. Some classes can be hard, some classes can be easy, but overall, we're looking the potential of the class. And this is the 95% consistent, tier lists in the community right now. I can clearly say that. And overall, I don't know what to say. Maybe from your perspective, you can say that Ninja Awakening is not average or something. No, we are just checking the max performance of max potential of the classes. Ninja is just like A tier, for example. Low A, high A, it's not important. Yeah, if you just listen me until this point, what I'm expecting from you, may you please just, click that like button and also subscribe my channel. And also, let me know what you think about this, classes, these tier lists. I'm appreciated all of your supports. And you know what we say? Do not forget, video is just a game, and have a nice game.
Fear not. Justice by the light shall deliver judgment.